This chapter forms the philosophical foundation of the Bhagavad Gita and introduces the principles of the eternal soul, duty, and selfless action. The soul, Atman, is eternal, unborn, and indestructible. Birth and death belong only to the body, which is temporary. The soul neither kills nor can be killed. It simply moves from one body to another, just as we change clothes. Mourning for the death of the body is unnecessary when the essence of a person, the soul, remains untouched. Understanding the immortality of the soul helps Arjuna rise above grief over the temporary physical destruction. Krishna emphasizes that one should perform their prescribed duty sincerely without worrying about gain, loss, pleasure, or pain. Success and failure are temporary, but duty aligns us with eternal righteousness. Dharma, courage in righteous action. Avoiding one's duty out of fear, doubt, or desire for comfort leads to weakness. True strength lies in acting with integrity, even when the path is difficult. Equanimity in outcomes. Krishna teaches equanimity in success, and failure is yoga. Focusing only on results leads to stress and disappointment, while detachment from outcomes brings inner peace. Krishna explains that the wisdom of Sankhya, knowledge of the soul, must be united with yoga, disciplined action. Performing duty without attachment leads to liberation. A resolute mind brings clarity and freedom from confusion. Krishna warns against getting lost in ritualistic promises of material gains, like heaven, wealth, or power. Those attached to such rewards cannot fix their minds steadily in spiritual practice. Krishna explains, "You have a right to perform your duty, but not to the fruits thereof. Focus on effort, not outcome. Attachment to success or failure disturbs peace of mind and binds one to anxiety. Those who act with this spirit of detachment, Karma Yoga, rise above bondage and attain inner peace." Arjuna asked Krishna, "What is the description of a man of steady wisdom, sthita prajna, one who is established in the self and steady in contemplation? How does such a person speak, sit, and walk?" Krishna describes the characteristics of a person of steady wisdom: equanimity in pleasure and pain, freedom from attachment and aversion, self-control and inner calm. Such a person remains undisturbed by worldly challenges and maintains focus on the eternal self. Chapter 2 is the core philosophical chapter of the Gita. It addresses Arjuna's despair by explaining the nature of life, death, and the soul. It balances metaphysical knowledge with practical guidance. One must perform one's duty, act selflessly, and maintain inner stability. The concepts of Karma Yoga and Sthita Prana introduced here serve as guiding principles for all subsequent chapters. Coping with death and loss. These verses remind us that death is not the end, but a transition. Understanding the immortality of the soul helps us deal with grief, offering comfort when we lose loved ones. It encourages us to celebrate life, rather than remain trapped in sorrow. Overcoming fear and anxiety. Fear of death and the unknown is a major source of anxiety today. Realizing that our essence is eternal reduces this fear and helps us live with courage, purpose, and peace. Encouraging detachment. In a world obsessed with material success, looks, and possessions, these verses remind us not to over-identify with the temporary body. This shift in perspective encourages humility and reduces stress over external circumstances. Strengthening resilience. Life's challenges, failures, setbacks, illness, become easier to bear when we know our true self is untouched by them. This builds inner resilience, allowing us to rise above difficulties with calmness. Universal connection. If every being has the same eternal soul, concepts like discrimination, hatred, and superiority lose meaning. This fosters compassion, empathy, and unity in modern society, which is often divided by race, religion, or nationality. In essence, these verses teach us that we are not fragile, temporary bodies but eternal souls. In modern life, this wisdom helps us face death, live fearlessly, practice detachment, and develop compassion for all beings. Work and career. In today's world, we often work for promotions, recognition, or financial reward. The Gita reminds us to focus on effort and quality of work, not on results alone. For example, a student should study to learn and grow, not just for grades. A professional should work with excellence, not only for a bonus. Integrity and ethics. Even when shortcuts or unethical options seem easier, one's duty is to act righteously. In modern terms, this means standing up for fairness, honesty, and justice in personal and professional life. Resilience and challenges. Life comes with victories and defeats. These verses remind us to meet both with balance, avoiding overexcitement in success and despair in failure. Example, an entrepreneur should not give up after setbacks, but keep working toward their vision with patience. Mental peace and stress management. Most modern stress comes from attachment to results, fear of failure, pressure to win. By shifting focus to doing one's best, and leaving results to higher order, one finds inner calm amidst external chaos. In essence, do what is right with full effort, without fear of failure or obsession with success. Success and failure are temporary, but righteous action builds character, peace, and lasting fulfillment. Karma Yoga gives us a timeless stress management and life purpose framework. They tell us, do your duty with sincerity, drop attachment to results, and cultivate balance. This mindset leads to productivity without burnout, success without arrogance, and failure without despair. Work without stress of results. In careers or studies, focusing only on outcomes, salary, grades, promotions, creates anxiety and burnout. These verses encourage us to focus on doing our best work and let results follow naturally. Freedom from overthinking. Many struggle with indecision due to fear of failure. Karma Yoga says, don't cling to results, focus on right action. This builds confidence and decisiveness. Mental health teaches emotional resilience, reducing anxiety and depression caused by overthinking and expectations. Professional life encourages calm decision-making and ethical action, rather than being driven by greed or fear of failure. Personal relationships promotes empathy, patience, and non-reactivity, leading to healthier interactions. Spiritual growth shows how real happiness comes from self-mastery, not external achievements.